usually a Nahiri build. Yeah. But I have no problem cutting. I've played 3 Colonnade before in the past. Let's see. I guess maybe just a Glacial. I'd like my mana base to hurt a little less, so we'll add a Glacial Fortress. See if we like that. Let's rock with this, and if we love it, maybe the next step is second Gearhulk. That's a really good finish for the deck. I wasn't expecting a 4-1 with it. That was a nice surprise. So we just did a 4-1. That's awesome. Let's see what we can do here. Run the Is It Fast land? I don't have any of those. This version will probably fare better against the aggressive decks than the last version, but may have a worse line just on the sheer power of the place at a command. 5-0 easy. We'll see, Sam. I don't know. We beat everything. Like I said, we except for the Suicide Zoo opponent, and that's another match where Blessed Alliance is great. Because I've even seen some Suicide Zoo players running some number of Apostles' Blessing. That's where Alliance is really good. Alliance can also be good against Infect for that reason, because, you know, if they're making their threats, you know, temporarily like pro colors, or the fact that you can just target the player, make them sacrifice that threat is great. Whereas Path can be beaten by Vines of the Vastwood. So, yeah, you steal Karn with it. You can use it on Ad Nauseam. Those are the 2 big ones. There are lots of other spells that I would consider commandeering, but those are the 2 major ones. Planeswalkers. Let's see, Planeswalkers. You can use it on, like, basically game-ending spells. Walkers and game-ending spells are really what you want to look for. But you can also use it against like hyper-aggressive decks, like you saw us bring it in against that Burn player. I've done that plenty, where you're not going to get to play the long spells in here, and that's where Commandeer's kind of neat. Just reversing a Lightning Bolt onto one of Burn's threats is fantastic. Let's say they have an Eidolon, and then they bolt you. You redirect the bolt to the Eidolon. And since it's already on the stack, they took the damage for the Eidolon. Commandeer 7 mana, so it won't trigger the Eidolon. You can't take Emrakul, Sam, but you could take a Nahiri. Blessed Alliance. Yeah, I've been running more and more Blessed Alliance. Let's see, the last version had 1 copy. Snafu, this version has 2 copies of Blessed Alliance. It's really growing on me. The fact that it's got early game, you can just snap it off, sacrifice, snap it off, gain 4. Once the game if the game lengthens, the fact that you can do both of those modes on the same card is great. And since it's Escalate works just like Kicker, you can do that off a Snapcaster. I know it sounds weird. You're like, well, when would you ever have 8 mana to go Snap, Blessed, Escalate on the Blessed? You will. It happens. I think we were in a board state even tonight where we had that play, but I went for a different play of like Snap, Cryptic, or Commandeer or something. I think Spell Queller is sweet. I saw a guy playing Spell Queller Superstar with Nightfall. That's the closest I'll ever get to EDH. Yeah, I haven't personally tried Spell Queller Superstar, but I've seen it work for other players. But yeah, we went a little heavier on Alliance and Helix. We'll see if that works out for us. Reno Jackson. What's sad is I know what that card does. Alright, the old 3 basics remand hand. I would consider mulliganing this because it has 0 removal. It's got our late game plan, which is things like Cryptic plus Hulk. But I would rather... We're on the draw and we have a Scry. It is a 25 land deck, so it's very real that we could get to that second land and make this a keepable hand. But... Alright. I want to think about Mirror and Crusader. I think Crusader's sweet. This is a matchup where the Ancestral would have been sweet, but remember we relegated those to the sideboard. Things we need to watch out for: if he's on the Nahiri main deck plan, we just need to watch out for her. He probably won't go for the Nahiri until he has like a spell snare behind it at least. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't. If I was in the mirror match, I wouldn't want to. Another vision. Oh boy. You don't want to be missing your land drops in this matchup, trust me. That is not good. What's our Mirror Breaker? I don't have it in hand. That is a bummer. Your move, opponent. Huh. Maybe this is an Electrolyze? Oh, flashback? Okay. Well, we did mulligan to 6. I was able to keep the second land on top, but there was no land afterwards. Whew. We are not going to get there. Making your land drops is so very important in the control mirror. Making your land drops is important in general. I don't think so either, Lord, but we'll play it out. This is a Colonnade attack backed up with a Mana Leak, I'm assuming. A Glimmer of Hope. Don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Don't give up. Okay, now we have the remand behind this path, so now it's more so okay to go for the path on his colonnade. Doesn't mean it's gonna work. Like, what I could do is I could remand... I guess I could just remand his spell, or I could remand my own spell. We'll see what he's got. What have you got? Or I could just Mana Leak before, you know. Okay, so he's got a Mana our own Mana Leak. I mean, the Mana Leak's not going to do squat if he has an Ahiri, for example. You might just want to Mana Leak his Mana Leak. And then that gets rid of the colonnade. Yeah, I like just getting rid of the colonnade, I think. Let's exchange our leak with his leak. Seems fine. I don't want to take too much time on these decisions because even though our clock is up, I know that because we're streaming, we have the potential to time out way more likely than the opponent does. So, go. Yeah, I think that's a pretty easy Mana Leak. Countering this. One, because he's about to go to discard, but two, because we're stuck on land. A negate. Alright. No fourth land drop yet. Come on. Yeah, I had a Mana Leak. Cuttlefish. Oh, Loot House? That is a problem. That is a major problem. That is a major problem. Actually, I don't need a Helix there. We're not discarding. Snappy? I think he wants to... I guess he wanted to Mana Leak that. But they look so sexy. What, gold Mana Leak? Golden Leak? What are we seeing here? Cryptic. Logic Knot for one. See, this guy also understands that Logic Knot is sweet. So now I gotta deal with a Snapcaster. Okay, so he's gonna Mana Leak my Helix, yep. This also means he's not lighthousing. No. Whew! Lighthouse for us. That is sweet. I also just like taking out the Snapcaster. Well, we are still playing Magic, so that's cool. I mean, this might just turn into a game of Lighthouse. That's what it looks like this is about to turn into. Oh, is this a Sphinx's Revelation? Uh-oh. Sphinx's Rev with... That's definitely a Mirror Breaker. I haven't run Rev in a long time in my blue-white-red decks. But that is an issue. I think we may just lose this because of the Rev. Well, there were other things that made us lose this game, trust me. Like it's like turn 13. We found our fourth land on turn 12. I mean, there's no way he doesn't have some sort of Remand or Mana Leak behind this. I'm surprised he didn't fight last time.